Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the July 7th, 2021 virtual meeting of Chatham's Historic Business District Commission. My name is Daniel Silver, and I am the current chairman. Hopefully, this meeting will unfold as follows. As soon as Sarah Clark, Central Permitting Coordinator, reads the Governor's directives concerning these virtual meetings, we'll do a roll call for members who are present, and we'll be reviewing the applications and voting this afternoon. The first order of business, traditionally, this time of year, first meeting in July, is a reorganization of the H.B.D.C. That is the election of annual election of the officers. Hopefully that won't take that long. As soon as that is done, we'll move right on to the minutes. And as soon as the minutes are reviewed and approved, we'll move right on to the only application that we have this afternoon. So that being said, Sarah, do you want to start us off?
Please note this meeting is being recorded and will be available shortly hereafter for scheduled and on-demand viewing on any smartphone or tablet device. If anyone else is recording the meeting, please notify the chairman. This meeting of the Historic Business District Commission is being conducted remotely in accordance with Section 20 of Chapter 20 of the Acts of 2021 and shall afford adequate alternative means of public access via Microsoft Teams by calling the phone number 1-508-945-4410, conference ID 522-121-929 #, or join the meeting online via Microsoft Teams through the link in the posted agenda. Despite our best efforts, we may not be able to provide for real-time access, and we will post a record of this meeting on the town's website as soon as possible. In accordance with town policy, the public can speak to any issue/hearing or business item on the agenda during the meeting when recognized by the chair.
Thank you, Sarah. As I said, now we'll do a roll call of the members who are present. We'll start off with our Vice Chair, Darcy Sequin.
Darcy Sequin is here.
Our Clerk, Sam Scribert.
Sam Scribert is here.
Okay, our regular member, Bob Burns.
Bob Burns is here.
Okay, our regular member, Doug Grattan.
Doug Grattan is here.
Okay, and our first alternate, Steve DuBois.
Steve DuBois is here.
Okay, and as I said, Dan Silver, the current chair, is here. All right, so that's done. Now, as I said, first order of business will be a reorganization of the annual election of officers. This can be done two ways. Either you can do it individually, or you can make a motion to re-elect the current slate of officers. Anybody wants to make a motion to re-elect the current slate, they can do so. Or we can go through each one of the
Doug Grattan will make a motion to reinstate the current slate of officers.
Bob Burns will second.
Okay, motion has been made and seconded. All right, discussion among commission members. Darcy Sequin.
I have nothing to add to it.
Okay, Sam Scribert.
I have nothing to add.
Bob Burns.
Bob Burns, nothing to add.
Doug Grattan.
Doug Grattan, nothing to add.
Steve DuBois.
Steve DuBois has nothing to add.
I'll do Dan Silver. All right, ready to vote? All right, Darcy Sequin.
Darcy Sequin in favor.
Sam Scribert.
Sam Scribert in favor.
All right, Bob Burns.
Bob Burns in favor.
Doug Grattan.
Doug Grattan in favor.
Steve DuBois.
Steve DuBois is in favor.
And Dan Silver's in favor. Congratulations, Sam. Congratulations, Darcy. For another
Thank
year.
you. You too, Dan.
Thank you, guys. Doing a wonderful job. I want
Everybody
to thank
else.
everybody while I have the chance. Regular members and our alternates. And I want to welcome our new members, our regular members, as soon as they get a chance to get sworn in. Thank you for your patience. All right.
And we're
Now,
all very grateful for your leadership.
thank you, Sam.
For
All right.
sure. Thank
So,
you.
Minute reviews, and the minutes are of let's see, what are they? They were June 16th, 2021. Is there any comments, additions, or amendments you'd like to make to the minutes? Anybody? Darcy?
I have nothing.
Sam Scribert?
No, I reviewed those minutes and they seem good.
All righty, Bob Burns.
I wasn't at the last meeting, so,
That's right,
no
you weren't.
comments.
I'm sorry, Bob. Yep. Doug Grattan,
No comment.
Steve DeBoy,
I have no comments.
Rogers Dan Silver. All right. Ready to vote? Oh, is there a motion? I'm sorry, Doug.
Doug Brown will make a motion. We accept the minutes as presented.
Darcy Sequin will second the motion.
All righty, very good. And those are the minutes of our meeting of June 16th, 2021. All right. All right, Darcy Sequin,
Darcy Sequin in favor.
Dan Strybert,
Sam Stryver in favor.
Bob Burns.
I can't vote.
Oh, that's right. Well, you can vote. We just won't count it, Bob. Doug Grattan,
Okay, favor. Okay.
Doug Grattan in favor.
Steve DeBoy,
Steve DeBoer is in favor.
and Dan Silver is as well. All righty. Now we have an application, Sam.
Yes, we do. And we have here for signs. Application number 2158, Cape Sharp Park Company, care of Brendan Stearns, application to install a ladder board.
Wrong week.
Sam, that was the June 16th agenda.
Oh, boy.
Would you like me to read it?
Yes, please.
Application number 21-060, House of Findings, care of Mueller Associates of Chatham LLC. Application to install a wall sign on the structure located at 400 Main Street.
And I know we have some representatives here. Would you like to identify yourselves?
Yes, I am Kristen Muller. I am the owner of the property at 400 Main Street. And Alan Maybury is on the call, Bjorn, I guess. Maybury Lewis is on the call as well. He's the owner of the business.
All right, Alan, what can you tell us about the proposed sign? We have some graphics up.
Yes, as you can see, it's proposed to be 60 inches wide by 40 inches tall. It contains our logo for the House of Findings. The House of Findings is a women's vintage clothing, accessories, and costume jewelry specialized store with some home goods. We've been in business for approximately 12 years. We are a Massachusetts-based company out of Somerville, Massachusetts. We were a roving company for a while, doing shows around the nation. We were recruited at a place we found congenial in Miami, Florida. We set up our first store in Miami. And this year, our dream has always been to return to Cape Cod, where we literally had a shop at the side of the road in Brewster, Massachusetts, on the Cape, which you all know. We were there for 2 or 3 summers with just a couple of 100 square feet and a side of the row thing. We built up a following, and we always wanted to come and start a shop in Cape Cod. I love the place. And of course, Chatham is Chatham. It's an amazing city. We ran into our landlord and now friend, Kristen Muller, who has agreed to lease the unit on the ground floor of 400 Main Street, right in the middle. There you see it. And the proposed sign would look approximately like the one you see in the picture right in front of you. It is of a fairy with stardust on the name, the House of Findings. We are a collection of collections. We gather vintage all over the country. And when before the pandemic, in our travels to Europe, South America. And we would be honored to come and join you in Chatham with our shop. And we are hopeful that you like our logo as much as our followers do on Instagram, our customers. And so I will leave it at that, hoping that you like the sign.
All right.
Finding it appropriate.
How are you proposing to attach this sign?
I'm gonna answer a couple of these, just because I've done this so many times on this building
All right.
that it's probably easier for me to answer these.
Sure, so you
Um,
know the questions, is there gonna
Yes.
be any additional lighting?
That's why I'm here.
How
So,
do you propose to attach it?
This sign is replacing the previous sign for the shop that vacated. So it's literally exactly the same width. The only reason this sign is a little bit taller than the last sign is because it's oval shaped instead of rectangular shaped. But as you can see, the ends of the sign sort of hit those two posts on the fence above the storefront.
Right.
And
Yep.
so it will be bolted directly onto those posts. There's no brackets, there's no structures. It's simply just screwed in the wood. It's a wood sign. Bob Lacey will be making the sign, Chatham Sign
Oh,
Shop.
all right, Chatham
And
sign, yeah.
it's just getting screwed directly into those posts on the facade there.
And no additional lighting proposed.
No lighting. There's no lighting on the building at all. There's lighting on the 400 Main Street sign out at the street, but no lighting on the building, aside
Okay,
from
very
the onion lamps you see. So the sign will not be lit. It's simply just an oval replacing a rectangle.
Okay, Sam, did you find the,
Yes, of course I did. I apologize
One-
to
One
Looks
other
like,
thing I wanted to note, when I spoke to Bob Lacey, the reason the pictures you all have of the sign look like they have yellow on them is because that's the color he uses to indicate gold leaf. So the sign is simply a white and black sign. The yellow that's indicated on the image is his standard 23 karat gold leaf.
very good. Sarah, what does the sign commissioner have to say about this?
She's muted.
Sarah, are you muted?
Well, yes, I was. I thought Sam was going to read the letter, but the sign does comply with the sign bylaw.
Oh, excellent, thank you so much. All righty. Steve DuBois, what do you have, any comments, any questions?
No, I have no comments. I think it's a very nice sign. I wish you luck.
Thank you, sir.
Doug Grattan? Doug, are you with us?
Looks like we lost him.
I don't know, he was here a minute ago. Bob Burns?
There he is.
Doug,
Doug,
is it?
do you have any comments about this sign?
I got knocked off. I have no questions about the sign.
Bob Burns?
I think the sign is very nice, and good luck, Alan, to your business.
Thank you, sir.
Sam Stryber?
Yeah, I do have a question. I'm a little confused. So the yellow line that's in the drawing that we were submitted
Is gold leaf. Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, it's not black.
Bob created this image and he told me to indicate that that's what he has to use for gold leaf.
So I'm fine with the sign. I think it'll be an addition. Oval signs are always a thing.
Darcy?
Alan, thank you for the little bit of history there. I appreciate it. Good luck with
You're
your
welcome.
business. Kristen,
you.
thank you for popping in there. That was great. And I think the sign is very appropriate for the area.
I think it's quite elegant.
you.
I don't know if it's the correct term, but it is quite elegant. Dan Silver.
It is
Thank you,
elegant.
sir. Thank you.
All right. Doug, do we have a motion?
Doug Grattan would like to make a motion for under signs, application 21-060, House of Findings, care of Muller Associates of Chatham LLC, application to install a wall sign on the structure located at 400 Main Street as presented.
Darcy Sequin will second the motion.
Okay, motion made and seconded. Now we'll see if there's any further comments before we vote. Steve DuBois,
I have no further comments or questions.
Doug Grattan,
Doug has no further comments or questions.
Bob Burns,
Bob Burns, no further questions.
Sam Stryber,
No questions. Sam Stryber.
Darcy Sequin,
Darcy Sequin, no comments or questions.
Dan Silver has no further questions either. Very good. All right, ready to vote, folks? Darcy?
Darcy Sequin votes in favor.
All right, Sam Stryber,
Sam Stryber votes in favor.
Bob Burns,
We
Bob
just
Burns
lost
votes in favor.
okay, Doug Bratton,
Doug Ratton votes in favor.
Dave DuBois,
Steve DeBoer votes in favor.
Dan Silva votes in favor as well. Congratulations, folks.
Thank
Nice
you very
job.
much,
Thank you all
gentlemen.
very much.
Good luck.
Great pleasure to be with you.
Alrighty,
Thank you
now
for
remember,
taking the
we still
time.
have a bit of business to take care of.
Yep. A lot of,
Sarah, would you like to
Bye,
explain
everyone.
what's going on?
Bye.
bye, everybody. Thank you for your time.
You're welcome, sir. Good luck.
Yes, so I just wanted to have a discussion with the commission regarding coming back to in-person meeting versus continuing remote meeting. We have been working with Channel 18 staff and have the ability to. Our first meeting that we would do back in person, we would still allow for remote participation for the applicants. So that it would be a hybrid version. So the board members could be in person, but the applicants wouldn't be.
I think
The
you're getting
alternative,
back,
yeah,
Sarah.
there's a lot of background. It sounds like a plane's taking off.
Yeah.
So there's a couple of different options, and I just wanted to field any questions that the commission members may have and sort of get your thoughts as to how you'd like to proceed going forward. The act that the governor passed allows us to continue meeting remotely until April of 2022, if the board so chooses to do so.
Thank you, Sarah. You said the first meeting would be a hybrid?
The first meeting would be a hybrid. That way you would be able to see sort of
I can't. I don't know what's
Okay.
happened.
So the first one would be a hybrid. That way the members would be able to see what's entailed in the hybrid version. I would have my laptop in the meeting room monitoring Teams, and helping out that way, seeing, hands being raised, doing all of that, but the board would be in person. You wouldn't necessarily have to bring laptops because you'd all be there. You could get used to the new microphones, the new setup, everything that's been done during the pandemic to get us ready to come back to in person.
Alrighty. Darcy, any comments?
I think this is working very well. I like it because I think the meetings are shorter, more concise. I think we should continue the way we're going. That's my own opinion.
Alrighty. All right. Sam?
I feel the opposite. I feel that we have a chance to appreciate the project better when we're in person. We appreciate the presentation of that the person brings. I think the controversial ones are better presented and more thoroughly done. And I like seeing everybody, and I like the personal touch. And I see we're all separated in that room, so far apart from each other, that any further concerns for a disease, I think, are gone, since we're all probably vaccinated. But I do recognize that what Darcy says is it certainly moves the meetings along, and since we basically approve everything, there's no subtleties that are lost necessarily in approval. But I think we react better to a given project that might be borderline.
So just so you're aware,
Bob?
Sam, excuse me, Dan. Just so you're aware, Sam, even when we come back to in person, we would still have to provide the ability for the public to be remote if they choose to do so. Or for board members, if they can't physically attend, we have to do the hybrid version. Our first meeting, we were going to do it with just the board members in the room. then we would most likely, open up to the public so everybody can come in. But if people still want to participate remotely, we have to provide them that option.
Okay, Sam? You still
I
on?
keep mute.
Get your mic on, Sam?
You asked,
You got your mic on, Sam?
I do.
Okay, yeah, all righty. Bob?
One question, are the presenters remote or are they there in person?
So for the first hybrid meeting, it's been suggested that the presenters would be remote, the board would be in person. After that, the presenters could be in the meeting room or they could be remote.
Too confusing.
So they
Yeah,
have the
yeah,
option of doing it either way.
Yeah, I don't, I could go either way on this. But I tend to agree that things, the way they are pretty good. And I would not like to be there and not, and have, how do we see what they're, if the presenters are remote, how do we see what they're presenting?
So I would continue sharing my screen like I do currently. So when all those graphics are coming up on the screen, I'm using my computer to share everything and, follow along with the presentation as they're talking about the project.
But we would
Or,
bring our computer.
no, you wouldn't have
we
to
would
bring
bring
your computer. There's a, you remember the big screen? It would
Okay,
be up on there. And then there are also television monitors placed around the room as well. And then you'd obviously have your packets still. So.
yeah, I either go all in. I don't like the hybrid approach, but I think when we're ready to go all in, we go all in and have the presenters, come back into the meeting face
Okay.
to face.
All right, Doug? You have an opinion?
Quick question for Sarah. Sarah, how long do you, if a board member is not able to attend a meeting, how long do you foresee them being able to participate remotely?
So the governor's order authorizes it to, allows it to happen until April of 2022. Allows for the remote participation. I don't know if that will be extended again, but it's more of a wait and see kind of thing. They would have to rewrite some of the open meeting law in order for that to allow for it to continue on that way.
Well, my opinion is I like the way it's been working now, and I think doing it remotely has been a benefit, and I would be in support of it remaining this way.
Okay. Thank you, Steve. Doug. Steve? I
Yes.
see you hiding over there.
Well, I certainly appreciate the convenience of being able to meet remotely. But I think the meetings can be run more efficiently if at least the board was together. I know the select board and some of the other commissions have been doing this hybrid model for a couple of weeks. The first couple of meetings probably didn't go that well, but I enjoy the convenience of being able to do this from home, but I think in the long run, I think it's better if we can all get back together and have in-person meetings eventually.
Yeah. Sam, did you have another comment?
Well, I just think in controversial situations, I think that members of the public has a right to meet the people that cast judgment on them in person. And there should be no hiding away behind a computer screen. If we're, I think members of the public should have that right to meet us in person. With safeguards or whatever is needed, but I just feel that's the basic reason why we have a meeting.
All right, well, my opinion is that I hate to be all or nothing, but I think, honestly, I think we should wait until everybody can participate in the room. I agree with Sam. Sam, you didn't necessarily contradict yourself, but I do believe that I think when we meet face to face, it is nice, but right now, unless everybody can be in that room, I think the way it's working right now is our best alternative. The meetings do move along. The presentations are incredible. And actually, I believe staff has heard positive, or had gotten positive comments about situations like we had tonight where people didn't have to come to Chatham and come down to the meeting. So I think that helps participation where we wouldn't necessarily get, as many people. Darcy?
Yeah, I just wanted to make one comment that, sometimes people go away for 2, 3 weeks or a month or whatever, and then they don't participate in the meeting. If we had Zoom meetings and they're in Florida or wherever, they could participate in the meeting.
Yeah, that was always controversial. If you remember, everybody wanted to participate, and they really weren't allowed to prior to this COVID. So I know that it's been, for a lot of people. But anyway, all right. So what I'm going to suggest, everybody's had a chance to make a comment. I don't think that odds, but close. Doug, could you make a positive motion to continue the way that we are continuing the meetings, and we'll take a vote on that. Either that will pass or not.
Doug Grant will make a motion that we continue our Historic Business District Commission meetings virtually as we currently are.
Darcy Sequin will second the motion.
All righty, now we'll vote. I think everybody knows their feelings. So, Darcy?
Darcy is going to vote in favor.
Okay, Sam?
Sam Shriver abstains.
Okay. Bob Burns?
Bob Burns votes in favor.
Doug Grattan votes in favor.
Steve DuBois?
I just have one question before I vote. We didn't talk about a length of time that we would continue to meet remotely. Do we want to specify that? Or
I think we can revisit. I think we can revisit it when it gets better. To be honest with you.
well, I'll vote to approve to continue as we're doing.
All right. Yeah, let's see. That leaves Dan Silver, and I'll approve that too. All right. So we do have the opportunity at some point, do we not, Sarah, to revert to remote if we so choose to?
Yes, of course we could. And if, obviously if there are members that didn't feel comfortable being in the meeting room, if we had a controversial project where, like a Cumbies or something, where the room fills up and they didn't feel comfortable having that many people in the room, they still have the option of being remote. And the only difference is, so if we're all in person, then you don't have to do the roll call votes. But if one member needs to be remote for some reason, you would still have to do the roll call.
Okay. All right. Well, those seem to have gone very well. Nothing seems to take.
And we
I agree
can
with Sam that
we can
some
revisit this in
controversial-
September if the board wants. See how everyone's feeling
Yeah,
at that
let's
point
see what
after the
happens.
summer.
Let's just make sure this doesn't bounce. Not this, but COVID doesn't bounce back on us. That's the only thing I'm concerned about in September. So, trying to think good thoughts. All righty.
Dan,
So, yeah, Sam.
makes me, as a hearing aid user myself, your left hearing aid is dangling off
Oh, is
your
it out?
left.
Oh, yeah. Thank you.
Oh,
I didn't know what.
Any-
I can't seem to get those and my glasses on at the same time. Thank you. I'll
You're
put
welcome.
some super glue in there.
It's you now.
Yes.
Thank you very much. All righty. So, Sarah, I guess we know where we're going with that.
Downstairs.
Okay.
All right, now, is there a motion?
Doug Brown will make a motion to adjourn the meeting.
Darcy Sequin will second the motion.
All righty, we'll go straight to voting. Darcy?
Darcy Sequin in favor.
Okay, Sam Stryber,
Thanks, Carter.
Bob Burns,
Bob Burns in favor.
okay, Doug Grapp,
Doug Brown in favor.
Steve DuBois,
Steve DeBoer is in favor.
and Dan Silver's in favor too. Sam, I think you were too, right?
Yes,
Dan
Sam
Silver,
Stryber.
attorney? Yes.
Yep.
Very good. So much.
All right. We are officially
I think
adjourned
that
at
concludes our
5:01
meeting.
p.m.